Have you ever considered what may actually be the number one enemy to stop us from actually presenting or speaking in front of others a bit more often? Well, from our research and analysing, so it might not be the exact words they use, but analysing what these comments mean, the biggest enemy appears to be overthinking. My name is Chris Dawes, I'm from Open Doors Training, and we are trying to help people grow in confidence, in willingness and skills to be able to stand up and speak in front of other people in presentations, speeches, providing training, speak up in meetings, to camera, to microphone, whatever it is, even just having more conversations at the water cooler. It doesn't matter where it is, but we want more people to let their knowledge, their skills, their experiences, their opinions, their passions, let people hear them. Let people grow from them and let people recognize and appreciate you even more. But people overthink whether it needs to be heard, whether people want to hear it, whether they are actually experts, what could go wrong. The list is endless. We overthink what may or may not happen, what may or may not go wrong, and whether people really want to. The reality is, there's no point second guessing. We will always, as humans, come up with the worst case scenario. Put someone into a haunted house, whether it is or isn't, in the dead of night, and they will hear what they want to hear. They will see what they want to see. I could be leaning against a railing and convince myself this railing's going to fall. I will start feeling it fall. So don't overthink what may or may not happen. So many times people will be there thinking, wow, do you know what? People are going to laugh at me. People are going to disagree with me. People are going to dislike me. People are going to disagree with the information that I share with them. People are already going to know it. It's going to be irrelevant. It's going to be wrong. The list just goes on and on and on. The reality is, the minute you go in with that negativity, either it will stop you from doing it or stop you from doing it enough times, or it will just impact what you try to do when you're in there. If you go in with the feeling, oh, this is boring, this is absolutely boring. I've trained loads of people in industries that, okay, maybe could fall into the not overly glamorous, not overly exciting, and they're convinced that the information they're about to share is boring. Why? There is nothing that is boring because it's important to some people, to some situations. It is important. I worked with people that were GDPR experts, and many of you will probably know what this is, data protection. And it was important for these experts to go out and advise organisations what they now needed to do to adhere to data protection laws now that it had been revamped. Of course it wasn't an exciting subject, but if they went in just absolutely mundane, yeah, right, I've got to talk to you about this, well, the whole presentation is flat. Even if I don't say it, oh yeah, this is boring, but I go in and I'm just knowing in my head, yeah, this is not good, it's still going to come across as boring. If I'm too nervous because I'm thinking this might be wrong or these people don't know, then I'm going to have that negative attitude. If I overthink it the other way and go, right, I've got to assert my authority, my confidence here, and I go in too gung-ho, whether it's that I go, this is the facts, and there's actually an expert in my audience go, well, no, that's not true. If I haven't gone in kind of gung-ho and I've gone, right, from our experiences, this is what we have found, that expert's more likely to go, well, actually, have you considered that from what we've done here, that is correct in the majority, but you also need to be, oh, okay, thank you very much. That's really useful to everybody here, and me, because I'm going to add it to my presentation the next time. So really important stuff. If I'm a boss and I suddenly go in too gung-ho, it's like, well, you earn respect, you don't demand it. So don't overthink what you're saying, how you're saying it, whether people are going to like it, whether people are going to hate it, whether you're going to get that job, not get that job, get that sale, not get that sale. You are going in with the intention to share that information. You know that information. You've researched whatever you needed to research. You've built up this presentation, this speech, this training course, this information that you've got to share in that particular meeting. You can then share it, present it, have fun with it, do whatever it is that's appropriate, then see how it goes. I do a big thing about there always being 3 variations of every presentation. The one you intend to give, the one you actually give, and the one you wish you'd given. It always happens. It is the fact of it, is that this is exactly how it's going to go in my head. Things will change it. I'll forget bits. I'll do it in different orders. People will say things and it will take us on a different path. I'll have heard something on the radio on the way in that's a good addition to it. Right, I'm going to add that. And I will then come out, and we're always hilarious after the moment, and we'll suddenly go, oh, I should have said this. I could have said it that way. I could have replied with this. We're always brilliant after the affair. But what happens is that becomes the one you intend to give next time. And it will still change slightly and you'll come out. But you'll also come out and go, oh, that was brilliant. That just came out of my, at the time. Don't know where that came from. I got to make sure I keep that. That was good. What that has enabled me to do is have that flexibility, the freedom of mind to go, look, I don't know what's going to happen. I have not even a script. I've got content saying I need to make sure I cover this, 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 and this. I then know that I'm going to cover that subject in some way. How it's going to go, let's see. I do some days where I'm doing the same presentation 4 consecutive times with different audiences. And they'll all be just slightly different. But the core information, the core knowledge is being shared in the same way. So just go with that. Step back. Do not overthink. Share that information in however it comes across on that day. Be as positive as you possibly can. Be your personality. Now I'm talking my style I like to have a laugh with it. That might not be yours. You might be motivational. You might be great at sharing, educating without it being, too dull or whatever. You help people absorb it. Everybody's got their own personalities, quite emotional, quite, able to connect as a person. Whatever you is, that's what you're going to bring to it. Sharing that information, and you might look at it afterwards and go, do you know what? I might change that next time, that next time, or whatever. Out of that audience of 10, 100, 1,000 people, there was 10% that didn't like it. They didn't take to it. Whatever it happens to be. I don't ever really, you don't need to know those numbers inside out. You can't please everybody all of the time. So don't overthink about the fact that you're trying to do it. Just get your knowledge together, share it, and share it as often as you can. People do want to hear, and you owe it to yourself to be heard. This is your expertise. This is your passions. You need people to know that you have those, that you know those things, because it's what can help you get the new job, to get the promotion, to start your own business, to get the next sale, to get the bigger sale. Who knows what the example is? Give yourself the chance by putting yourself out there, but do not overthink. We can sit here now and come up with any number of terrible situations that might just happen. The likelihood is they won't. So get out there and enjoy it.
To see what doors you can open as a result of having the confidence, willingness and skills to be able to speak in front of and with others, click below to download our free PDF with our top sources of nerves and how you can manage them.